case 11.
I can take this one.
Okay.
So from high power, you can definitely see some granulomas there. And then looking around, there is not a ton of inflammation around them. So I think these are naked or sarcoidal granulomas.
Very good.
And then I know the differential for this is pretty broad. I would look around for some foreign bodies.
Yes, excellent. But assuming no foreign body, bug stains are negative, cultures are negative, everything else is ruled out, what's this pattern the classic example of? Sarcoidosis. Very good. Yeah, so these are the naked, tight, packed together epithelioid and spindle histiocytes making nice, tight, aggregated granulomas with minimal inflammation. That's the classic granuloma pattern of sarcoid. This is like a prototypical example of a non-necrotizing. Usually they do not have necrosis. Every once in a while you can see a tiny bit. But usually non-necrotizing, naked, meaning lacking the inflammation, like you said, granulomas. That's a classic pattern for sarcoidosis. In real life, this is a diagnosis of exclusion, and we must exclude other things. I've definitely seen great sarcoidal granulomas in the setting of foreign body reaction. I've also seen sarcoidal granulomas in the setting of mycobacterial infection, right? So, and unfortunately, the kinds of mycobacteria infection where you get the nice sarcoidal granulomas are usually the ones where the patients have a good cell-mediated immunity and they kill off most of the organisms. So the organisms are very rare and hard to find, which is frustrating. It means you've got to hunt around forever. And sometimes you don't find any organisms, but then you do cultures or molecular and you find that there's organisms there. So like tuberculoid leprosy, for example, or actual tuberculosis. So good. So yes, in real life, we have to work these patients up, make sure they don't have anything else, and make sure that the clinical pattern fits for sarcoidosis. And in this case, the sarcoidosis granulomas are mostly in the subcutis. So kind of fancy name for that, if you like eponyms, is Dermatology disease, which is basically subcutaneous sarcoidosis or sarcoidosis type, like kind of mimics paniculitis clinically, but is actually a form of sarcoidosis. All right, good.